Hi, my name is Elliot Gray Stanley. I am here to teach you guys a lesson today. Um, I had trouble sharing my full screen, so um, first little part, I'm just going to have to kind of speak it, I guess. The first step to get your data is to go to USGS Earth Explorer. You just type that into Google and you will find them. You will draw a polygon of the area where you wish to choose. There's different lists of satellites you can use. The one I did was Landsat 8 and 9, Collection 2, I believe it was. Then you download what I did, I downloaded all 10 bands. There were 10 bands that were available for that section. I downloaded those bands. Okay, so what I've done, or what we need to do next, is go to our project here. We are going to go to our folders. We need to attach the folder that has our um, Landsat data in there. So open all the bands. All right, let's see. So what we want to do is make a composite of the bands. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and type in composite bands here. We're going to use this tool, and I'm going to go ahead and enter in all of those, each one of those raster files that we downloaded. Like to do more than one at a time. Here we go. Just 10 should be here. Okay. All right. If I only get those in there. All right. Make go. So to make those composites, you just for information, you would go to analysis and geoprocessing, composite bands. Enter all the bands, and we're going to go ahead and run that. See what it shows. See what it pulls up for. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in down in North Carolina because that's where hopefully these are going to be showing up at. Just a moment, as soon as my computer runs here, hopefully. I didn't think it took too long the last time this happened. Let's see, we're at 5 minutes. All right, perfect. So what we end up with is this beautiful looking piece of equipment here. So here we go. Here we go. Okay, so in this picture here, the purple is your vegetation. Your purple is vegetation on there, and your water is actually this would be your water. It's actually a green color. So moving right along, um, there are analyses we can do with these. We can go to raster functions, um, processing analyses. We can do let's just try an NDVI. See if we can get an NDVI out of our raster, our composite band that we had made there. Infrared band too, I think. Oh, man, don't think I did that right. Let's go. Let's try it again with let's see, 9L1TP 1 and 1. No, yeah, that's not right either. So remove that one. I think that's correct. DVI Oh yes, the NDVI color eyes. Excuse me, that's what we wanted. So let's remove this one. And one and two for infrared. It's your NDVI colorized. Okay, so we're going to move on to maybe to some hydrology. Um, the first thing that you have to do is there are sinks in the data. So what we have to do is fill those sinks. So we're going to use our raster LCO9. We're going to use a Z limit of, well, we don't want to limit. That limit tells you, okay, how high or how deep or whatever of a sink do you want, and then uh, leave the rest out. So what we're going to do is try to run that there, see if we can fill our sinks. We notice up here by default this function processes data. Okay, great. That's pretty quick. All right, so we filled our sinks. All right, so what we can do, let's pull up our, let's see, let's do our, let's see, accumulation, our sinks. That's right, I'm sorry, our sinks. Here is our sinks. All right, I'm sorry, I apologize, I have to back up. Should we do the sink first and then the fill? So we're going to do the sink. Colleges and universities. Okay. So what we've done here is we've added colleges and universities in North Carolina onto there. What we can do is select attributes that are inside of this composite band. We want a new selection where the value is equal to is equal. Okay, apply. No, that's not working. All right, let's back up. Let's see what kind of pull up the attribute table and see what kind of attributes we have here. All right, so let's look at I would like to look at some of the I know how to do it. Here we go. Select by polygon. And what we will do is draw the polygon of the shape of the area we are studying here. Okay. And what I want to do is I want to select all that are in there. Boom, there they are. Okay, great. So 52 of the 130 colleges and universities reside in our study area. Okay. So let's see, what all can we do with this? Well, there's all kinds of statistics we could run with this if we like. Let's just see. Okay, let's do out of our selected ones. Our selected ones. So, oh, excuse me. When I hit switch, this is every other school. So there's 78 that are outside of our um, 52 inside of our corridor. We're looking at 78 outside. Okay, so if we look at the outside, groups. Let's see. What is the degree is equal to? So let's find out which ones only give a what is this, postmaster's certificate, postbachelor's certificate, master's degree, all right, doctorate degree. Let's see how many do a doctorate degree. We've already got 52. Okay, so let's apply. All right, so there's six. So okay, so there's six schools. That would be these six here, and you can actually go and click on them if you wanted to. One, no, I'm sorry. Oops, sorry. Okay, oops, sorry again. I'll get rid of that. Okay. Look, how do I get rid of that? Back. There we go. Okay. All right. So, what happened to our schools? Here they are. All right. Select. Um, okay. So, in that example, there were six of those schools in our areas were ones that gave the doctorate degrees. Um, and so the rest of the schools in those areas did not. So, just an interesting piece of information we can find out there. This is just a simple example of one how you can take data from USGS, um, get it into our download the data, pull it over into ArcGIS. Um, we talked about making the composite band. You can again, you can always change these here. Um, you can do like a 1, 2, 2. Got like where you've got almost blacks as your water, green, red is your vegetation. So we talked about that. We also brought in colleges and universities in the state, and we looked at you know how many were inside of our study area versus how many were outside, and then we also looked how many doctorate degrees uh, out of the study out of those that we had selected, how many of those are doctorate degrees, and we got six there. Just some basic calculations to run. But thank you for your time. Thank you. Um, for joining me. I know this is the first time I've ever done this. It's very rough, very, um, I'm sure I said like 8,000 times, but thank you for bearing with me. I will need practice with this, but it's good practice. But thank you for everything, and I'm looking forward to another year in the master's program. All right, thank you, and have a great day. Different, depending on what you want to look at on the ground, different things, water, vegetation, soil, ice, it's soil control. Oh, that's probably not going to work. All right.